So not everybody has a shit ton of money to spend on this game. Or either that, they just haven't put in the time and really don't have that good of a team. So today we are going to be talking about Budget Beast. The cards I'm about to show you, the only correlation they have is they have to be either you can get for free right now, or the card has to cost under 10k. That's what our budget's set at. But there's a lot of good cards that fit into that criteria, so if I did miss anybody in this list, let me know in the comments section that you are just absolutely with. Let's hop right into it. Starting out with the obvious must-have card for everybody, I don't care who you are, it's 95 overall, Rafael Devers, the May Player of the Month card. He's the second best third baseman in the entire game. The only one that's better is 99 George Brett. And if you're watching a Budget Beast video, something's telling me you do not have 99 George Brett. I mean, shit, I don't even know if the 1% of the people that played this game have George Brett. But Rafael Devers is a good consolation prize, 115 and 110 contact, 109 power versus righties, lacks a little bit for his left-handed pitching, but he's got a great swing. His stats are going to play up. Defense is also really solid, and if you really want to, you can put him at first base as well. But if you've ever used his live series card, his 90 overall face of the franchise card, you know how good he plays. This 95 Devers is no different. You just got to put a little bit of grinding, maybe like 3-4 hours to get him, but at this point of the game, it's well worth it. Must-have card. And since we're on the topic of the May Player of the Month, I want to talk about one more card, and it's Big Me Pete Alonso. I've always liked Pete Alonso cards. I think he has a really easy, smooth swing, and his stats on this card, he's got good contact, 90 plus both sides, with 90 power right and 111 versus left-handed pitching. Considering if you do get this Rafael Devers, you have the opportunity to get this card no extra cost. I think it's worth it. He's going to add a shit ton of power to the middle of your lineup to go along with that Devers. Let's talk about a few of these bad boys. The face of the franchise card. This was the first feature program that dropped when the game released, and there's still a couple cards that are definitely relevant. One of the guys I'm still vibing with right here is 90 overall Devin Williams with a sell now of 8k. He's a relief pitcher, but he's got a 4-pitch mix that includes a nasty changeup, a fastball, a cutter, and then a screwball. He also has 115 hits per 9. Now, I don't know what it is about this Devin Williams. I've used him 21 games, and I've only played maybe 25 games. I use him just about every single game. He's got an ERA just under 2, a whip just under 0.8, and 37 strikeouts in 23 innings. This card's really good online. Great pitch mix that's easy to change speeds, and the hits per 9, you just do not see a lot of hard contact off him. The other card, I feel like I don't see a lot of people talk about, but I love him, and it's Kyle Tucker. I think he has one of the best swings in the entire game. First glance at his stats, it's definitely not the best with just about 80 contact both sides and power, a little bit up for his left-handed pitching, but use this card and his stats feel like they would all be 100 plus both sides. His swing's just that good. I haven't played a lot with him, but I'm 5 for 8 with a home run online so far, but I have used him a lot in co-op, and that's usually where I have a lot of success with it. Sometimes with a lot of these cards, it doesn't matter what their stats are. It's more about how comfortable you feel to play it, how good their swing is, and Kyle Tucker definitely has one of the better ones in the game. Generally with these jersey collections that we've gotten from the Nike City Connect, they throw a card in there and it's usually pretty shit, but this Angels one, we got a Topps Now Shohei Ohtani card. It is a hitter, so you can only put him in the outfield, but he's got 91 and 80 contact with 102 and 92 power, so big time power. I also do love his swing, cannon of an arm in the outfield with 94, and you can't see his speed, but it's at 92. So let's say you use this card for a long period of card. Either you love Shohei Ohtani, you love the Angels, you like playing with his card, whatever it may be. If you get him to parallel 5, he's just gonna have under 100 power versus lefties, 107 power versus righties, a maxed out arm, 97 freaking speed. Shohei Ohtani is the definition of a well-balanced card. And very similar to Kyle Tucker, he's got a very nice left-handed swing as well. So yesterday we got a brand new BR program, so we got new rewards, and I'm only showing this card because you have 4 weeks to get 100 stars. It doesn't matter how bad you are at the game, that's plenty of time to come down here and at least complete a lot of these missions. You can definitely knock this out in 4 weeks. And I think this card's still going to be very relevant. And it's this 96 overall prime George Springer card. He's one of the most balanced cards in the entire game. Like we've mentioned with a lot of the players with a good left-handed swing, George Springer has a really nice right-handed swing. But the difference is there's really no hole in his stats. 91 and 95 contact, 102 and 99 power. He also has 92 fielding, so you can put him anywhere in the outfield and it won't matter. And 79 speed is plenty fast enough. I think currently he's one of the best outfielders in the entire game, period, no matter how much money you've spent. You just need to get 100 stars in the BR program to get him. You got 4 weeks to complete these missions. I promise you, it's plenty of time. Doesn't matter how bad you are at the game. Ah, shit, man. He is back. We got an Edward Cabrera Topps Now card. If you remember his Future Stars card from last year, it was the best pitcher in the game for like 2 months. This version's nowhere near as good, but I still think it could be really effective, especially on a budget. He has a primary changeup, a fastball that reaches 97, a slider, curveball, and a sinker. Last year, the sinker had outlier. This card right now, he does not have outlier on any pitch. But he does have a nice 5-pitch mix to go along with 95 hits per 9. So he's still very valuable, and you can get him pretty easily considering he's only a Topps Now card. You only need 16 stars to get him. Previous Topps Now card that I want to go over from the May monthly award program is this Joan Duran. I have never seen a card like this before. He's a closing pitcher for the Twins. He has a 4-seamer, a splitter, 12-6 curve, and a cutter with 96 hits per 9. So I really like that right there. But if you go over to his quirks, he's got outlier 1. So he has outlier on the fastball. It's going to reach like 102, and then my fat ass head's covering it. But he has outlier 2 as well. So he has outlier on the splitter. This dude has freaking double outlier. This is the definition of a budget relief option. If you need help in your bullpen, I don't know what else to say. Joan Duran's definitely a guy that can fit in there. And then same program, same Topps Now. I like versatility on my team, especially on the bench. I think Kyle Farmer fits that really well. Nobody talks about this guy. He's a very good bench card, especially if you hit him versus left-handed pitching with the 102 contact and 99 power. He's also very versatile. He can play shortstop, second, third, but you can also plug him in behind the plate if you need to. This is going to be perfect for late game situations where you either want to pinch run or pinch hit for your catcher. Then you got Kyle Farmer that can come in to replace him. 79 fielding is going to get the job done too. He's not going to be a huge liability anywhere you play him. You need guys like this on your team, so Kyle Farmer's a good option. Otherwise, if you want a guy who's basically the opposite of him, you can go with Dalton Varsho too. He's a primary catcher, but instead of playing the infield like Kyle Farmer, he can play all over the outfield. He's a left-handed bat. He's very balanced, doesn't have a ton of power versus left-handed pitching, but he's got great fielding, decent speed, good contact. He's a really good option as well. I would definitely pick up one of those two. I feel like I've showed a lot of players from the Player of the Month programs, and I think that should show just how valuable these sets are, because if we go back to April, you can get an 88 overall Pablo Lopez that I think is still a really good starting pitcher. 93 hits per 9, obviously it's not going to be the best at this point in the year, but it's still pretty good. He's got a great pitch mix though with a fastball, a circle change, cutter, sinker, slurve. He has just about every single pitch you could ever want on a starting pitcher. So if you're very good at tunneling your pitches and mixing up speeds, you're gonna have success with this Pablo Lopez. Now I feel like we have to get into the obvious ones, which are the future of the franchise cards. You still have 2 full weeks to get this program done. That's plenty of time. There are so many ways to get XP. I'm assuming towards the end of the program, we'll get double XP like we have with the previous 2. We've been getting new collections, new exchanges, new showdowns, new conquest maps to help you complete this. So in the next 2 weeks, just make sure you're grinding out, getting as far as you possibly can, because these cards are some of the best in the game right now. AL East, you got this Gunnar Henderson card, a shortstop that can mash, especially versus right-handed pitching. He also has a little bit of versatility, being able to put him at second, third, but he's very good defensively as well. And you can get 2 of these cards from every single pack. You'll earn them right here and then again towards the end of the program. And at least this Cleo Watson is extremely balanced. Elite speed at 93, good fielding, good contact stats all around. And that same pack also has Brett Beatty. Obviously, we went over the Devers earlier. There's George Brett in the game, but Brett Beatty is probably the 3rd best third baseman in the game. 108 contact and 100 power versus right-handed pitching, but he hits lefties as well. He also has a really nice swing. So him and Devers, you can definitely pick up one of those and maybe plug either Beatty in left field or Devers over at first base. 84 fielding as well. I just really like this Brett Beatty card. I think he looks really good. AL Central, you got Lueke Cespedes, Yoenis Cespedes' younger brother. Elite power, just about 100 both sides. He also has 84 speed, 82 fielding with 92 arm. And then we also got this Nick Prado card over here. Lefty, can play the outfield or first base, good contact, 108 and 100 power. So elite just hitting the tanks and 92 fielding. I've also heard a lot of really good things about this Austin Martin card and that he plays a million times up than what his stats look like, plus the versatility of being able to play center, third, short, left, right, and do it effectively. That's going to be beneficial. NL Central is probably one of the weaker ones. Obviously, I want Garrett Mitchell. I'm a Brewers fan. This card looks really good with the 94 speed, 92 fielding, but Austin Hendricks probably the best one in the group with 110 and 100 power with 85 fielding. And also, I'm starting to come around to this Pete Crow Armstrong card. He's got elite contact, not a ton of power, but basically maxed out fielding and 89 speed. There's really not much that this card cannot do besides hit absolute tanks every time. I'm starting to come around to it. I've heard good things about this card. AL West has a lot of good options. You can start out with Justin Foscue, a second baseman with 107 and 112 power is nuts. Matt Brash is a good starting pitcher option. He has a big time fastball, slider, slurve, circle change, two-seamer with 99 hits per nine. Reed Detmers is a left-handed pitcher with a fastball, sweep and curve, slider, circle change, and a cutter with 102 hits per nine. And then Corey Lee just looks ridiculous for a catcher at this point in the game. 98 arm behind the plate. Good luck stealing on this. And he's got 94 and 100 power. Little bit of versatility with him as well. You can put him at first or third base as well. And then last division, the NL West. Michael Toglia. He is a Nick Prado, but switch hitter. 109 and 107 power with 95 fielding. He can also play left and right, and he's a switch hitting first baseman, so he has so much value right now. But the best one of this Feature Stars program is Bobby Miller. He is basically the Edward Cabrera of the group from last year's game. 102 hits per nine with a four-seamer, slider, splitter, sinker, curveball, great pitch repertoire. He also has outlier one, so his fastball's gonna reach like that 102 mark. So make sure you do your future of the franchise stuff, get that all done. You still got plenty of time to complete it. But there you have it, boys. Those are my budget beasts for who I think you should pick up right now. A lot of these cards would fit on God Squads too. MLB The Show does a really good job at giving people cards that they don't have to spend a lot of time grinding out to get, or they can get it without spending a dime of money. You can build out a good squad. But if I missed anybody that you think is worthy of noting, let me know in the comments section. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.